Let's unbox the PlayStation VR2. I have to actually stand up for this. So it has a similar opening style to the PS5 had a similar opening inlay thing like this. The outside of the box is matching all the branding of the PlayStation 5. Is this an actual situation where I have to tip over? Here we go. Okay. Disaster. I just need to open it. And I clearly don't have enough room for this. I have a small box here. I'm gonna actually remove everything from this box here. That all fits nicely. Box, let's get the box out of the way now, so I can get my workroom. Okay, let's start with this small box first. The PlayStation VR2. In the small box we have the the full game download for Horizon VR Call of the Mountain. I still need to finish Horizon Forbidden West, so I won't be touching that just yet, but you just scratch off right there. As you'd expect, you don't get discs for anything these days, but that's what it looks like. And they're right there. There's a whole bunch of terms of service stuff there. We get the guarantee in probably 500 different languages, as per usual. And then we get an instruction manual as well. Bear in mind, this costs more than the PlayStation 5 itself. So, especially the disc version anyway. So, you know, it's nice that we get a manual. Normally these days it would just be go on the internet. But we're getting something. Or Wonga. Health and safety stuff. Still health and safety stuff. Setup is very simple compared to the original PlayStation VR, where you had to kind of plug out this wire and plug in that wire and this wire and this one. It seems we just plug into a USB-C port on the front, and then we're good to go. Just turn it on. That's it. So go set up there. Very nice. Sense controllers. Remove your VR headset. All the important and good stuff is in the manual here. Get you up and running quickly. And off. About the play area. It's like it's got the see-through mode and so forth that you get with the Quest 2. And 1 as well, actually. So that's cool. Good stuff. Advice for children. Part names. Next one page, do I guess it's not. Sense controller diagram, how to use it, as well as headphones there. Or earphones in. Clean and care. Specifications. Look after your device and it will look after you and all that. And then various support things and compliance and that stuff. It's like it just comes in English, if you're wondering. Take these two out of the box, get that out of the way. We have a USB-C cable. So this is the USB-C cable that comes with it. USB to USB-C. Good stuff. And this looks like the earphone piece that comes with. So. And you have some spare earbuds. You have some spare earbuds to go with it, in case you lose them or just want some clean ones. They like the different sizes as well. So there's 2 sizes in there. So it could be 3 sizes altogether, including the ones that are supplied on there. Some smaller size one and bigger size one, looks like. That's the small box. Okay, now it's time to take off the gloves and check out the Sense controllers for the PlayStation VR2. Let's have a look at these. The design style is very similar to the Quest overall compared to the OG controllers, which were these. So the PlayStation VR1 used light. VR2 uses cameras, much like the Quest and Quest 2. So this was the PlayStation VR1 controllers, very light. This feels very even lighter, actually, strangely enough. So that's interesting. Put that there. So these are quite big, actually, in their width and diameter. We have straps attached to them already, which is handy. You can see just in the inside there, that is kind of hacked into the device. Don't know if you can remove that or not, if you want to, but it's a nice nice touch. You don't have to lose your straps. So let's see, what hand is this one? This one is left hand, probably. Yeah, I think it's left hand, like so. So we would it's down a bit, our hand through, up a bit. I'm not gonna be able to get this off again now, am I? Oh boy. And let me know if this is right or not. Or I'll let you know in a future video, because we just do VR here. So, great idea to subscribe if you want more VR gaming content. That's all we do on this channel. That's why we call it JustVRGaming. Hope I haven't broke something. I feel like I'm doing this wrong though, guys, but you get the idea. It's definitely wrong. Yeah, I've got it in the wrong side. All right, it does come out. I did it accidentally, but let's hope I haven't broke it. So there, and then you can see it there. And then we just stick it in like that. There we go. And then turn it like so, and it's locked in. So you can take them out. And through. And there we go. Feels very light. It's quite wide space. So you're gonna have to like hold here. Feels pretty solid. Matches the style of the, oh gosh, matches the style of the DualSense controller. So yeah, well, sticks here. 2 sticks. We have the buttons split. So the triangle and square are on the left Sense controller, and then your X and circle or cross and circle is on your right controller, which makes sense. Start button, share button, which is the same what we have here on the same sides. Sticks in equal position, just like the DualSense controller. And then underneath the undercarriage here we have trigger button, right trigger 2, left trigger 2, and then underneath we have the main trigger buttons. So we just do like so. Good to go. And you can see similarly here, L1, L2, R1, R2, R2, R1, L2, L1. So yeah, there you go. Feels very light. Feels yeah, it seems like a lot of space in between. But I'm sure there's a reason for that. That will make sense. Oh, and I also forgot there's the buttons here, which is the PlayStation button. That's here. It's on both of the controllers here in this design. Now you can click down on the buttons on these as well. So these operate exactly the same as your normal controller. And just underneath it as well, we can see charge points right here and right here. Now these are not charged. I'm gonna have to stop this video before I even get to charge them. Demonstrate. I suppose it's the unboxing part, so we don't need to really. Yeah, nice. And finally, for our PlayStation VR2 unboxing, we'll look at the moment you've been waiting for. The thing that costs you the most money on the device, probably, the headset itself. Here it is. Very long cable on the back, just so you know this is not a wireless device. Zoom back out a bit here. Yeah. It is. It actually feels. This feels more. The controllers feel more solid. This feels more kind of. What's the word? I don't want to say cheap, but it does feel kind of plasticky. The inside material feels a little bit more better. No, actually, it feels functional as well, to be fair. I think that Sony here made sure that all the money went into the tech and not too much into the material. It has a bit of a different feel from quality-wise from versus the Meta Quest 2, I would say. Speaking of the Meta Quest 2, so this material is a lot more solid than this. So it's not it's not an issue per se, but it's just worth noting that this feels more. The Meta Quest feels more solid. The materials feel more expensive, should we say. But the technical side of this is inferior compared to this. So Sony would have put all the money in the inside of this rather than the outside. It still looks good. It's just got a similar feeling material. It's got a similar feeling material to the PlayStation VR1, which is it. Didn't see. So I don't know. Something worth knowing. But yeah. It's also, just have a quick comparison look again at the controllers of the Quest. They're smaller. The PlayStation ones are bigger, but again, expect more tech going on. You know, I think even the headset vibrates from the PlayStation one. That's the Quest there. We looked a bit at the PlayStation VR1 controllers as well, quite different. You can see what I'm saying is kind of going more along the lines of the Meta design. So, focusing on this, we have a dial at the back here to probably help us lock in. It's normally what you get right on the button, and you can usually pull it up. Which again is a similar design thing from the Meta as well. Not locking in place though. Very noisy. We have to turn it to lock it. Not sure. But anyway, that's the. It probably locks on so it's on your head nice and tight. It's probably the thing. I'll try it on in a moment. Obviously, you have your eye lenses in there. This is a 4K device going on here as well, so this is technically crazy. And then we have a little piece here that's connected, which is probably where the cable here is coming in from. I wonder why we can just seemingly disconnect that. I don't know, probably can't. looks disconnectable, but anyway. We have the power button underneath the device itself. So let me just do a comparison here again. The Quest 2 has the volume button underneath, but the power button is on the side. Yeah. PlayStation's power button is underneath it. And that's the same, I think, as, yeah, the PlayStation VR1 had the power button underneath as well. So that's all good. What's that? Speaker holes possibly there. So power button there. What is that? I'm not sure what that is, but it's a button, and you can press it. It looks like a kind of a refresh button, or maybe where you reset in position or something like that. And obviously you have the camera lenses here, much like your Meta, which also has 4 lenses on the outside as well. So again, similar philosophies in that ideology. The PlayStation VR1, as you know, or maybe you don't know, used lights and an auxiliary camera that would track your movements via looking at the lights on the headset and the controller itself. Even the PlayStation 4 controller had lights on it specifically for that. It wasn't just local, it was how it did the tracking. So now we're in the era of cameras being a better play, because they give you a little bit more flexible, a little bit more complexity. The downside to cameras on the outside sometimes can be, in my experience, that you need better room lighting. The Quest struggles with low light conditions, whereas the PlayStation VR1 thrived in low light conditions because it could detect the lights on the outside better. So this generally feels, like I said, feels solid, feels okay. The weight is lighter than it feels about either the same weight or lighter. I'd say lighter than the Meta Quest 2. I think this is lighter or similar weight to the PlayStation VR1. Maybe slightly, about roughly the same. Nothing major I'm noticing there. This is probably to change your visual range. Yeah, so this is your eyes. So if we go here, as I'm turning this, it just goes up and down. If you look at the lens here, lenses, you'll see it's going wider apart, and it stops at there, maximum. And then as I scroll it back downwards towards me, it closes in. So that's, this set to your preference. What else do we have here? You have the Sony stuff there and there. And this here, this material here, this was something, I don't know if you can take this off or not, but this, I think you can. But this is something that you have to decide whether you wanted to put it in on the Meta Quest, but it came with it, at least the version I've got. So it looks like all the things. Am I missing anything? Just on first glance, can't see anything there. Those on the buttons. So a solid build, looks better than the original PlayStation VR1 for sure. Similar, looks very it looks very virtual reality, which is appropriate for this channel. And the cable, let's look at the cable length. This is a long cable, so you shouldn't have any troubles there as well. Let me pause a second. Alright, so while I paused, I got myself a little bit more educated for you guys so I can make an even better video. So yeah, this is the lens adjustment thing, as I said already. This is the vent holes, so I guess it dissipates heat. This button here, I was like, I don't know what this button does. But this button is called the function button. By default, when you press this, it will change to see-through mode, so you can see your environment basically. You can change this to be also an audio mute button. by going into the settings and changing that. So that's what this button does, function button. And if you can change it to other things other than see-through mode or muting, but yeah, there you go. So I think, oh, one more thing I want to show you. So I educated myself even more. I'll pause as you do. So the earphones here will go underneath the device into this slot here. So you guys can see that, right? Into the device like so. And then into this hole here. One in there. Hope I can get back out again. One in there like so. And then if you're not using the earphones for whatever reason, then these hold your earphones in. So you just do like so. And like that. So maybe if you just don't want to lose them, it might be a good idea to stick them in there like that. So that, yeah, there you go. So with all of that done, let's get a fitting going, shall we? Trying on the PlayStation VR2 headset. Let's put that back in. We can't have that falling out. So we're just gonna push the button down here, pull back on the head, and I'll tell you guys how it feels. And do remember, I'll have a link to this once it's available, if it's not already on Amazon, that you can get your PlayStation VR2 if you so choose, while supporting the channel for free. And this area here is to block the light. It's doing a pretty good job, I'd say. And my film, I have to get used to it. The light, it's not too heavy at the moment. I can feel a little bit of the nose area. So I have to make some adjustments. Maybe I need to adjust the lens as well. It's not on right now. So, oh, I need to widen that because it's squashing on my nose. That's a bit better, actually, now I made the adjustment. Yeah, it looks like it's blocking out the light pretty good. I've got pretty good studio light in here, as you can tell. So this is doing a pretty good job. Certainly feels less cumbersome than the PlayStation VR1. So that's good. How do I look though? What do you guys think? If you want to see how the setup is for this, some tips and various other things, then you should click the video on the screen right now, because this is all we do here at JustVRGaming. Nothing but the VR gamingness for you. So subscribe for more, let YouTube know that you want more of that. While I go out on the street and see how people think how I look on this thing. Later.